Hi everyone, this is Killshot from 99 Gaming. This is Fear the Walking Dead Season 4, Episode 7, Bold Predictions. So this is our Wednesday night edition. Want to apologize for not making a stream last night. Been crazy weather, so lightning storms, thunderstorms all over the place. But we are back, and the bad part about that is we had to table random things, but we will pick that up next Tuesday. So before we get into tonight's chat, I want to thank everybody for being here, of course, but also want to make an announcement that we will be doing the Thursday Thrones tomorrow night. It's going to be a little different wrinkle, a little different presentation, and then after that, we're going to take a little bit of a break. I know the Army has been working hard for the first 5 months, but we will not stream again until Tuesday. Random things again, so nothing Friday, nothing Saturday, and because it is a holiday weekend, no Walking Dead, so you guys will get a 5-day break from the action, the activity of the streams, but we will pick it right back up on Tuesday night with random things, and looking forward to continuing that discussion. So I see Valar in the house. Valar, I think that was supposed to be a shout-out introduction, so Valar with the super chat, I'll go ahead and do it. I'll say, from Valar, Valar wants to say, what's up to Kills, 99 Army, Bree, Emmy, Steph, Tommy, Kels, patrons, and sponsors. So thank you so much. Appreciate all of you guys being here. And we are going to get into it. Let's get into a little bit of the chat. So I chose a very interesting picture from this week's episode because there was a lot of debate on whether or not John was shot and was bleeding. So he's bleeding. Let's take a look at Laura/Naomi's hands, and you can see we got some blood there. But the good news is John's not dead. Two things. I can almost make out a little bit of a grimace on his face, maybe. And he is holding on to Morgan. So he's still got a little bit of a grip on Morgan's arm. And, you know, Morgan's probably going to say something. You know what? We're going to make our first bold prediction, so I'm going to ask the Army right now. Let's see if anybody can, I don't know. I don't know. Is this is there a teaser out with this? Okay, if there is, I have not seen it. I have not seen what Morgan says. But I'm going to throw the bold prediction out to the group. What is Morgan saying to Naomi? It's going to be a very profound Morgan moment. So let's see who has some of the best bold predictions for what Morgan's going to say. I'll read a few of the comments, but of course, you guys are streaming it, so it will be permanently included in this video. Dirty traitor. Maybe not. Morgan's going to say something dramatic. There you go, Steph. With a little bit of his drawl, right? But he ain't dead yet. I can't do. I'll have to listen to Morgan a few times. Morgan's got a little bit of a drawl as well. I like James Gallegos. Should have kept your guns, John. Gun wouldn't have protected him from Alicia's bad aim. All life is precious. Maybe he'll just say, I don't die. And neither do you. Fear the Party of the Dead says Morgan's now my absolute favorite character in the entire Walking Dead franchise. Well, congratulations for that. I have some concerns with Morgan. I am not aligned with that thought. I don't know. So I'm going to go, let's go bold prediction number 2. The two most angry, irrational people so far on Fear the Walking Dead the last few weeks. And by irrational, I mean they could be totally rational, but we don't know enough to know that for sure. But the two that are just very reactive and acting on impulse are Nick and Alicia. Nick wanted to kill Enos, and Alicia turned around and just shot before anybody else. So that's a lead up to this question. What has made Nick and Alicia so impulsive, so upset? Denise LDT rocking the house with the super chat. Denise makes a big entrance. So, do want to say didn't get the notification till now. Can't watch. We'll watch the replay. Good day to the Army. Thank you so much. Sorry you can't stick around, but definitely we'll try to make the playback completely worthwhile. So we're going to need some good interaction, some good comments. Show Denise a little bit of love, Army. So let's get some good thoughts and some good comments out there. And definitely appreciate that. And Denise, if we don't talk to you live tomorrow, you have a good holiday. And we'll either catch you tomorrow or we'll catch you in the next stream on Tuesday. So I agree, Deborah Mooney, Madison, but you got to give me a little bit more specifics. I'm right there with you. It was kind of a loaded question because the two people that are the most upset are the two kids of Madison. That's what I think, Fluff. Madison was in the exploding, or they think Madison is in the exploding ambulance. Kel says smile. I'm going to pick on you because, one, she's a moderator. But Kel Obvious says something epic happened to Madison. That is about the most vague, bold prediction you could possibly make. What epic happened to Madison is what I'm going for here. It's like Kel's putting her toe in the pool just to see how cold the water is. Come on, Kel. Give me a bold prediction. The name of this stream is not mild predictions or vague predictions, or I might do a prediction later on. It's give me something. Tell me what epic happens to Madison. Sergeant Chosen One. What's up, Sergeant? Good to see you. Thank you for your super chat contribution. Moderators, you can look out and see if we can get a follow-up question for that as well. Oh, and Villar agrees with Kels. Wait a minute. We have Captain Obvious and First Officer Obvious? Stop it. Stop it. You guys give me something with some teeth. Come on, Villar. Bold prediction. All right, so here we go. From day one, I thought she was dead, but now I don't know. Well, I don't know if that's any better. All right, Kel, I'm going to get back to you. Oh, there you go. All right, the Cuervo Queen. Now, that's something I may not agree with, but I like it. Steph says she blows herself up to attract walkers, to save her kids. That's bold. There was no way out. Or she blew up the ambulance to save the kids. Maybe she had a sneaky little master plan. You know what? I like Steph's prediction. I don't know that I agree with it, but I don't agree with a lot of bold predictions. But that's the whole purpose of it. It's you gotta bring something that is so tricky that when it happens, it's going to be like let me go back to, we don't know if Naomi is a leader of the Vultures, if she's part of the Vultures, if she was a late addition to the Vultures, what the deal is. And if you said she was or she wasn't, you had a 50-50 chance, right? But this is bold prediction time. Because I'm going to tell you, the way the writers have been writing this show for the first 6 episodes, 7 and 8 is not going to be predictable. So there's only going to be a small percentage of us, I say us, it doesn't mean I'll get it right, of either y'all or us or me or whatever the case may be. I think you're going to have to be willing to take a chance on this prediction. So the mixologist says, remember, Madison is in just-in-case mode. Good point. Just in case something happens and I need to save everybody, I'm going to blow myself up. Backfire 3851 says, I don't watch Fear the Walking Dead, but I've missed you all so much. That's a nice thing to say. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you being here. So, Kel's, okay, there you go. Kel's going for redemption. Says, I said it Sunday, I think it's a Naomi Madison planned, and you'll end up liking Naomi. I don't know. I don't know that I can like Naomi. But I could see that. I could see a double cross since Charlie, spied on them, maybe Naomi, but yeah, the Vultures may not be easily accepting of that. So Drama King says there's a fan theory out there. It states that Rose is actually Charlie and she's not dead. Naomi is only with the Vultures because they have her daughter. Drama, we actually talked about that. A couple people mentioned that in our stream Sunday night. So I'm not surprised, but yeah. It would have been a pretty serious lie for her to talk about the pneumonia and going out and fighting. I mean, she's just a pathological liar, I guess. Drama King, I would say there's more of a chance that Madison blows herself up than that theory being true. I would lean more toward, I know they're two totally unrelated things, but that seems too far of a stretch for me. Paris, I agree with Paris. I think Naomi joined the Vultures because, as we did kind of our 999 survey, and many of you said that you would join the Vultures if that was your last opportunity. Yeah, look, I'm not saying that the hand painting could not have been Charlie's and she was upset because they did. I just don't. It's too much for me to make that work mentally. Like, okay, Naomi is... The Vultures took Naomi, but then the Vultures let Naomi go into the stadium. I'm sorry, the Vultures, I'm saying Naomi. The Vultures took Charlie from Naomi, and then the Vultures unleashed Charlie into the stadium to get some intel. Meanwhile, Naomi gets captured and go. Yeah, that's hard. I'm going to shoot that fan theory down. I think we can come up with something much, much better here. So Dwayne Sharp says no parent would leave a child alone for 3 days, even sick. If someone found the girl sick, they may kill her. The only thing real is Naomi had a reaction. Dwayne, I don't know. You know what? That would be a good spotlight question for the group. I don't think she planned to go out for 3 days. That's the thing. I would draw the parallel, Dwayne, to remember when Rick and Michonne went out looking for stuff, and then they stumbled upon some stuff, and they spent the night there, and then they were at the they had the deer, the bad CGI deer, and they came back. I don't think they planned on just going out for a long time. I mean, Rick liked it, but I think her child was sick and she had to go out. So the question I would ask the group is, if your child was sick and you had no supplies, would you go out for a day? Or would you go out until you found what it is that your child needed in order to get them well? I think it's going to be hard for us to ever believe anything Naomi says if everything she says is a lie. That's going to be hard to watch. I mean, Dwayne, that's probably a different, that's a different situation. So, I mean, your first part is no parent would leave their child. I would disagree with that. But FEMA without antibiotics, that's a different situation. I guess that, the question that I would ask is, was it a specific type of antibiotic that they didn't have? I don't know. I mean, I'm looking it up now. I'm seeing if there's anything particular that you would need for pneumonia. Cyclofloxacin? I don't know. I mean, I'm not overly familiar with what FEMA stocks. I guess that, that could be a loophole in the writing. I don't know that they're amoxicillin. Let me transition that. I'll use a little bit of what you're saying and then question the writing. Have we ever seen a show other than Don't Tell Me Liar, Liar? Have you ever seen a TV show where one of the main characters was a pathological liar? Because I hope they're not doing that. And that's the hard thing as a fan, is you have a character that lies about everything. Then it's not entertaining as a fan, in my opinion. As frustrating as it is to deal with, and now don't get me wrong, there are people out there like that. So it could be long overdue that the writers are trying to merge that into something like, hey, doesn't matter what Naomi says, you can't believe anything that she says. Nothing. It's going to be hard as a fan and as a bold predictor to predict anything. Dwayne's pretty passionate about some of these, and Dwayne's. I'm not saying that I disagree, because there's some parts that are definitely loopholes and flaws. There's some parts that they don't always go back and tie up the loose ends, but there's some validity to what you're saying. So the first thing I'd say, let's go through several things. One, I'd say if your child is sick, you're going to go out and scavenge and try to get back. Maybe a day, takes 2 days, but then you're probably going to get so determined, like, you ain't coming back until you got what you need. So I wouldn't focus on that as much. The FEMA location not having antibiotics, that's a bigger deal. Whether they had antibiotics and Naomi wanted to go out and get her own. She did say something interesting about she didn't want to say anything because she didn't want anybody to know that she was sick. She actually hid her. She said she hid her like in a pantry, right? And didn't want anybody to know she was sick because she didn't want them to get kicked out. She didn't want anyone to think that they were, that something was wrong. Now, that tells me that she wasn't a very good planner. Because I don't know how you hide your kid. See, that seems problematic for me. Let's walk through this. Okay, I don't know how old Rose was. Let's say, anybody want to take a guess? How old do you think Rose is? Just throw some numbers out there. Three, 6, 8, 10. Kel, I don't think those are 10 years old handprints on the wall. 10? I would say 6 or 7. But regardless, all right, we're still all over the place. Let's split the difference with everybody. Let's say 7. So, how many people have either babysat or are teachers in their real life and work with 7 to 8-year-olds? Give me a why. Give me a yes. If you babysit a 7 or 8-year-old, or you teach them, or maybe they're part of a church group, Sunday school, something, but you've had to oversee a group of children. I'm going attorney mode here. We will get to the plot very soon. Okay. All right, we're getting there. All right. So, imagine going up to a 7-year-old and saying, you know what? I want you to stay here. Shh. Don't let anybody see you. Don't let them know you're sick. here's a couple biscuits in case you get hungry. I'm going to be back in a little bit. And 72 hours go by. Yeah. All right, first of all, what the hell? I mean, did they not have to go to the bathroom in 3 days? Did they not get hungry? Did they not get thirsty? I mean, maybe she had food. I mean, what is she doing? Is she in there bored to death? I think after a day, the kid's getting out. Yeah, pneumonia, lots of coughing. So, you know what? I'm open to opening an investigation here that Naomi just could lie about everything. So you guys kind of get where I'm going with this. Yeah, an 8-year-old, I don't see him in there more than 8 to 10 hours. Okay, now this is where we're going to open it up for everybody. And we got some new people here. We got regulars here. If you guys could all do me a favor. Everybody slap that like button before we get into the next topic. Let's just save the misery, save the effort, save the energy of asking later. Everybody hit that like button and make sure when this video goes live that you guys are writing comments, you guys are talking about it, telling a friend about it, getting people into 999 Army so we got some people to debate these things with. All right. So as we do that and watch the likes escalate, question I have for the group. And if you're watching the playback on this, please leave it in the comments. We'll let everybody get caught up here. How many times has Naomi... Well, actually, no. Stop. Don't give me a number, because if I ask that question, everyone type something that you think Naomi has lied about. Because if we try to count them, we're all going to be focusing on the same thing. So I want this to be a free-for-all, just a free-for-all. Write something down and let's see how many times we think Naomi has lied. Whether it's to John, whether it's to Alicia, whether it's to somebody. Her name? Being a nurse? Mitch, I can't go with everything. No, Emmy, not everything. Because she might not be lying about everything. And that's why everybody needs to pick one, so we got a bunch of different options. If you just say everything, then we really can't analyze it. Okay, she lied about everything. Move on to the next topic. That's not what I'm trying to accomplish here. What I'm trying to accomplish is everybody think of the most important lie that you think Naomi told. And it'll be different for everyone, and then we'll create a list of about 10 things. Laura Brown says she lied about loving John. I could agree with that. But maybe she thought she loved him in that short period of time. I mean, maybe she didn't think she'd ever see him again. So, why plant that seed? And that's where I think it's important to think of whether she lies about everything, she lies about some things, or maybe she doesn't lie about many things. She didn't have a kid. But what I also want to do is think about some of the times that her emotion was completely unfiltered. So, and I have to tell you guys, I have to tell you a personal story. I had a friend who just lied about a lot of stuff. I have no idea why. It's just one of those things. And the other qualities are really good. But it just got to a point where I couldn't believe anything. There was just one time a conversation topic came up, and it was blatant. It was obvious it was a lie. And from that point on, and this was a while ago, but from that point on, I found myself just not believing anything. Or just immediately brushing it off, because I just got so tired of saying, that's not true. But I'm also one of those people that I'm very, I don't look into every little thing that's said, but I do feel like I'm pretty much in tune to conversation, that I can pick up on things relatively quickly in conversations. And then it's up to you to decide whether it's important, whether it's not important. With Naomi, we have to decide, one, whether her character is a person, and I think Rial said it, a couple other people said it, that it's mental protection. Some people lie to make themselves feel more, it adds worth, it adds value, that they don't feel that they belong. So it's important to sort of hype it up and build it up a little bit more. And it's almost as if they feel like it's innocent. So with Naomi, is it mental protection? One thing that I think was here's a very big thing she lied about. And this is why I will definitely reopen the case. And I don't know if anybody mentioned this. She admitted to lying. And she lied after a lie. And this is what I mean. She was leaving, so there's no way this could have been true. And I'm going to confuse you a little bit. This is the most important lie that I think Naomi has told since she's been on the show. And it's 100% a lie. We don't know if she loved John, if she didn't love John. That's speculative. We can't prove that. We don't know if she had a daughter, if she doesn't have a daughter. That's speculative. We can't prove that. We don't know if she was in the FEMA. It's speculative. But here's something she lied about that there's no debating it. She said she was leaving, and then she got caught, and she showed them the map and said, I wasn't leaving, I was going to get the seeds. Right? But then when she got to the hotel, she said, I was really leaving. So one of those two things is untrue. So of all the other things, the only other thing I can think of where she told a double lie was the nurse. Because she said she was a nurse, but then we found out that someone taught her how to do things. So there again, anytime that we can find Naomi in a double lie, then we can pin that down. So that's two exact things where she told something and went against it. So what I would like to find out is how many instances can we find with Naomi where she contradicted herself? I don't want to use the word contradicted herself because that's a little bit too nice for a freaking liar. I'm fired up now. She's a freaking liar, and that's what I want to call her what she is. So if we can find situations like that, then I'm going to tell you I'm scared. If the writers are going to do that to a character, I'm scared for us to try to understand what she's thinking, what she's doing, to try to get inside her head, because you can't get inside that person's head because they're so inconsistent. Morgan, I can tell you what Morgan's going to do. Strand, I can tell you up to this point what Strand is going to do. Madison is all about her family, all about taking care of the family. Right, Steph? So she could blow herself up. because no one's gone until they're gone, and she's got a just-in-case plans. All those things, Steph, I could see what you're saying with Madison, because that's in character for her. But if Naomi's going to be a character that has staying power, and she's the first character that I know of on The Walking Dead that is just completely untrue about everything, that's going to be tough for us. And which means that when we go after her, when we go after what it is that we're going to make into her character, her fiber, what she does, on the show, you can't be vague with me. You got to give me specifics, because that's the only way we're going to get down to what the writers are doing to us right now. So I am going to pick on Kel because her comment stuck in my mind. So Kel, based on the fact that we've caught Naomi in multiple lies, do you still think that Naomi and Madison are partnering to come up with a plan? You still might, and it still might be a possibility, but I'm saying if that's her character, it's harder for me to believe that there's that. I don't know. I mean, I won't say that there's not some good. All right, it's not going to help us with a liar, but I do want to get some information out of the Army for this. I want you guys to help me out with this. Is there good in Naomi? So this is what I want you to do. Think of things that Naomi potentially has done to help for the good of the group at this point. Not something that ended up being good. Something that she did that was truly for a good cause or a good purpose. So the FEMA thing, I can't tell you that she did that for good. In fact, Strand and Madison had to come save her. So we don't know that she was trying to help anybody except herself. So, Deborah, setting up the clinic inside the stadium, that's kind of the direction that I was going. Exactly. And helping Alicia. So, yes, she is doing things to help. Now, whether she has another agenda, she might. She's not letting people die while she's potentially a spy. I don't know that she's a spy. Some people have speculated she is. So if she's on the inside, she's definitely helping the group while she's in there. So the only thing that I can really put my finger on, say that there is a good part of Naomi, is the fact that she is using what she learned. Helping Alicia, yep. Yeah, she said that a couple times, Cammie, so I think that's a good call out. She has said it's going to get worse before it gets better. Good point. She helped John block the bridge. So there are some small instances of getting along or assisting. I guess assisting might be a better word. I don't know that I see her as out there at the forefront trying to help. Ja Wood says, if she helps John, all is forgiving. That is a great comment. good question for the group. Army, if she saves John's life, does she get a reset? Maybe. And I am going to a probation. Yeah, good question. Good point. A chance, not a reset. I'm fine with that. And this has been mentioned, but Drama brought it up today. I fully 100% agree that they have lured us to sleep with Althea, and there is a major, major event that is going to go down. I agree. It is creepy as hell that she's filming everybody, journalist, whatever the case may be. I got a feeling she's some type of researcher. You know how like Deanna was filming and you had the community? So Althea, it's a little bit of a throwback to Deanna. And we are going to... We're definitely going to do a throwback video, by the way. And that'll probably happen after our break. So Wednesday of next week, we'll either do bold predictions, or at some point next week, we're going to do a throwback video. But there's something on those tapes where Althea is either going to be with the Commonwealth. She's going to be with the group that is going to blow people's minds. That's... You just don't get a tank. Yeah, I mean, at face value, she's videotaping everybody and she has a freaking tank. Yeah, I would not be surprised if instead of rolling Commonwealth out on The Walking Dead, what if that is her connection? Well, let me ask this question to the group. Because there's some things that don't jive. There's some things that don't make sense here. Okay. I have to make the example the only way I know how to make an example. So, I'll randomly pick on somebody. Let's say you're a professional basketball player. Everybody in this room, you're a professional basketball player. Got to get in character with me. And there's a zombie apocalypse. Are you killing zombies with basketballs? Are you... your spare time, building basketball hoops to every community you go to, working on your free throw? Tommy says, give me the rock. All right, I've got you where I want you at this point. All right, let's say you work at Domino's. And there's a zombie apocalypse. Are you getting the whole community together and making some pizzas? cutting them with dough cutters? Probably not. So why do people play basketball professionally? They get paid. Why do people work at Domino's? They get paid. Their career is a career. I don't buy that Althea is getting some kick out of filming people. And she's a journalist. Because she's not a journalist. She doesn't work for anybody. The reporting agency is gone. There's more to what she's doing with those tapes. Psychological evaluations, military studies, background checks, where are you coming from, what's your reaction, what's your story, how did this happen, where are you from, is it that bad over there? There's more to this than what I think is, I just want your story. I'm willing to risk my life to get your story. I don't get it. I'm willing to risk your life. I think that that's going to be mind-blowing. I do think they're holding back. The problem is, other than kind of our chats, we're giving her a pass. We're not looking at the oddness of the fact that she's a journalist risking her life for a story, driving a Jeep that has a whole lot of weapons, and she's pretty good at surviving. She's a tough journalist too, by the way. So, let me make the bold prediction, and I will. Kel and Drama King are going to say check the tapes. So I'm going to use a little bit of what you guys said and a little bit of something I mentioned a couple streams ago. At some point, they have to have a big enough community where people can die. If the vultures do not become partners with this group in somehow or another, I think Althea is the key to a much larger group. Because I think the group has to get bigger, because if there's only 7 or 8 people running around, nobody can ever die. And that's not what The Walking Dead is. So it's either going to be the vultures are not as bad as people think they are, or Althea is part of the Commonwealth. I think she's gathering information, and I think it's a throwback to Aaron. I think she could be Aaron. She could be a recruiter. And we are running up on 50 minutes. So Mary Casala asked a very good question. Mary wants to know, how do I get a 999 Army t-shirt? Kel, could you put the link up? We've got Lucille the Like Button t-shirts. We got Fear the 999 Army shirts. We've got 999 Army gear. A lot of other stuff that you can get as well. There's some odds and ends that you can pick up. So I'll have Kel post a link. You guys can grab some of those. If you're at a Walker Stalker event or you're at a Comic-Con and you want to rep the 999 Army, post a picture on Facebook. Once we get to the San Diego Comic-Con, we're actually going to do a contest here of people posing in the 999 gear, and then we're going to give away some gift cards and some other stuff once we start to see some of that happen in real life, some events. So I want to thank everybody for being here. We're going to wind this thing down because I know you guys have a lot of stuff to do. We can talk about Fear the Walking Dead all night long. Once again, there will be a throwback. I could see Althea being a throwback to Aaron and Deanna at the same time. There's Abraham as well, right? So maybe Althea is a combination between Abraham, Aaron, and Deanna. Who's Althea? So you never know. The Fear the Walking Dead writers are not afraid to use that. Hey, go with what works. There's no doubt about it. If you're watching the playback, we are going to wind the stream down. I do want to give some special shout-outs to the patrons here, the supporters, the sponsors, all of you in the 999 Army, the moderators. We're going to be doing one more stream tomorrow night, which is going to be something a little bit different. It is going to be Game of Thrones related for you Game of Thrones fans. If you haven't binge-watched all of it, join in. We're going to try to make it chat, but also a little bit fun as well. And then after tomorrow night's stream, we will not be streaming again until Tuesday, so there's going to be several days off. So thanks for everything that you guys do. Give me a quick 999 in chat so I can do some shout-outs, and make sure you leave a whole lot of comments whenever this video goes live. So who we got here? And make sure you guys slap that like button as well, too. That would be awesome. So I want to say what's up to who? Sergeant Chosen One, first out of the gates. Deborah Mooney, thank you for being here. Appreciate your contribution. Dawn of the Frank, you have a great night as well. The Walking Dead Nerd 13, representing that sponsorship with that 999 logo. Thank you so much. Michelle M. Wilson, look at those green sponsors repping that 999 emoji. Love you guys. Thank you so much. Valar, part of the Super Chat Central. Thank you so much for the Super Chats as well. 1189 Paris, Super Chatting at 999. Thank you as well. Lisa, what's up, Lisa? My moderators, of course. I mean, Emmy, Steph, Kel, Tommy. Awesome, awesome work. And you know what? Hey, they're getting a well-deserved break, too, after tomorrow, because these moderators work super, super hard. So it's nice for them to take about 4 days off from streams as well. So Dwayne Sharp, thank you for some really good, well-thought-out comments. Appreciate everything that you said. Will Saint, the mixologist, Jason, rep that 999 emoji there, my man. Mary Casala, thanks for being here. Bumblebee Brown, Graffiti Saint, Karen S., Marion Delonzo, thank you, Marion. Marion, I might do a comic book read. We won't be doing any live streams, but I'm not going to rule out that a comic book read will not appear on the channel within the next couple days. How about that? That is likely. Who else we got? Maggie B. What's up, Maggie B? Thank you so much. Gina Crockett, you have a great night as well. Mitch True, thank you so much, Mitch. Awesome Drama King. Hey, check the tapes. You guys could tape that like button. Sam B, thank you. Where's my man Pete D? I miss Pete D tonight. Hopefully he watches the playback. We'll look for him tomorrow. See, when you guys aren't here, you are definitely missed. So don't think that that we take your attendance for granted. We absolutely love everybody being here. More people, more comments, more thoughts, more interaction, more participation, more theories, more predictions. 999 Army Strong. Janet C., thank you so much. Ron Burgundy. Thank you so much, Ron. Wilson. That's a lot of emojis there, Wilson. I'm gonna have to go back and read each one. Thanks, Lisa Bradley. Appreciate you being here. Backfire. Appreciate you being here. Start watching Fear. It's a super good show, man. Super, super good. Also, Tommy, shout out to Jill and little Tommy as well, too. Hopefully they're doing well. All right, everybody. If I missed you in a shout out, I'll catch you in the next video. Thank you so much. Appreciate everything that you guys do. And I will see you at 9:30 tomorrow for Thursday Thrones, our last stream until next Tuesday. Thanks, everybody. Talk to you soon. Peace.